Welcome to Hiawatha Implement. We're a two-store John Deere dealership located in Hiawatha, Kansas and Mound City, Missouri. We focus on John Deere equipment with mostly agriculture and precision ag and helping customers be more efficient. Hiawatha Implement started in 1981 in Hiawatha, Kansas. Larry Rader, our owner, and his uncle Alf Rader purchased the location. And then 1998, they added the Mound City, Missouri location. And then in 2013 and 14, we added on to the shop and redid the showroom in Mound City, Missouri. Hiawatha Implement is primarily a large ag John Deere dealership, servicing customers that mostly grow corn and soybeans. Probably 90% of them use precision ag in some way. Precision ag is basically using a GPS receiver on the tractor that communicates with satellites in the sky, and that uses the satellites to drive the tractor across the field, knowing where its position is, and then as well you can map what the tractor is doing, whether it's planting or spraying, doing tillage, or when it's all at the end of the season, harvesting, to know everything they did throughout the year, how that turned out. I like working for Hiawatha Implement because we're a small dealership. We feel like it's a relationship type business, both with our customers and our employees. Everybody knows each other fairly well. We have fun together, and that's what makes the work day go faster and makes everybody want to come to work. At Hiawatha Implement, we have several jobs. In the service department, we have technicians that work on the machinery. Then we would have management and admin positions related to service with a service manager. We also have a parts department, several salespeople. We also have an integrated solutions department that take care of most of the precision ag with customers. And then we would also have an accounting department in our Hiawatha store. The main skills with being a good technician is being good with your hands. You know, being able to have a mind where you can think about things and think through problems, but also the ability to talk to the customers is important, that communication piece. We have a lot of people that have a high school degree that we've brought them in and trained them. A lot of it has to do with their personality, their communication skills. I think the future is very bright because of our ability to take care of customers. The equipment's going to change a lot in the next 20 years. I think we're going to see a lot more artificial intelligence. So that's going to change how we support those machines, because there's going to be a lot more sensors and radar and things like that. It's probably going to require a different type of expertise than some technicians have today. Now that you've heard a little bit about Hiawatha Implement, we're going to take you to our Precision Ag department and introduce you to our Integrated Solutions Manager.
Hey, I'm Chris Kruger, Integrated Solutions Manager at Hiawatha Implement. So after I graduated high school, I enrolled in Southeast Community College at Milford, Nebraska to study architectural engineering. Graduated there after 2 years with an associate's degree. After that, I went to work for a company in construction doing design work for them. That company closed the doors, so I came and talked to the dealership, and they said they were looking at adding a person in the Ag Management Solutions department. It was something new with John Deere. They do a good job of educating you on the job that you're supposed to do. I had no education on it. Sat down at a computer for about 2 months and took classes online and just learned by doing. As an Integrated Solutions Manager, I get to deal with John Deere more, keeping up with inventory. If a customer buys a machine, I make sure it gets put into their account so they can see the data that they generate goes to the right account. I also take care of just day-to-day stuff with the employees, making sure that we are helping customers, answering phone calls. Our role every day involves technology. We can see a customer's machine on our phones, we can see it on our computers. So sometimes a farmer will call me and say that he's not able to auto steer. So I can log in on my computer and see the screen and see the issue that he has, and then I'll tell him to clear the codes or go in and calibrate the sensors so that it will steer. And then once he does that, I can see that he's able to steer, and we end the session and that fixed the problem. I think my future here at Hiawatha Implement is going to change. It's changed since I've taken the position of the manager 5 years ago. I mean, John Deere has definitely came out and said in the next 5 years their focus is going to be artificial intelligence. For us at Hiawatha Implement, that's going to be more of a responsibility for the Integrated Solutions Department. We're probably going to have people focused on that, adding more employees most likely, and figuring out on a day-to-day what we're going to do to keep people running and trained. At Hiawatha Implement, we train customers in-house, we train employees in-house, and we also get them out in the field too. So I believe you don't need a 4-year degree. We could sit you down at a computer just like I did. The rest of it we could teach you. In the machine, sitting in the cab with you, let you drive it, let you push the buttons. I like working at Hiawatha Implement. It's like family. You definitely feel like you're valued. That makes it easy to come to work.
My name is Chad Durr and I'm the aftermarket manager, so that's parts and service both locations. As the aftermarket manager, I'm in charge of all the employees for the parts and the service department, kind of the direction of the department, and the most important thing is that customer experience. In this position, a college degree is not something that would be required you to have to be able to perform your duties. And I think for a lot of people with management, you either have that personality or you don't, and then the rest of it you kind of learn on the go. We want the kids that are good with their hands, that enjoy that type of work. A lot of it is problem solving. You know, this is happening, okay, what causes that and how do those two relate to the problem that I'm seeing to know what it's going to take to fix it. Communication skills, huge. Being able to build relationships, being able to have some empathy for the person that you're dealing with, a sense of urgency. You know, it's very technical. A tractor or combine have 30+ computers on them. Technology is huge across the dealership and it's growing astronomically year by year by year. It takes a lot more critical thinking than it used to take, for sure. Writing skills to make sure you're able to tell the story of what you did and what it took to fix it. And the math skills as far as, you know, you got to be able to read a micrometer. Here at Hiawatha Implement, there are lots of opportunities if you feel like this is a career that you're interested in, whether it's parts, service, integrated solutions, sales. There are lots of opportunities to learn on the job. We're glad to have those people. We have multiple high school students at each location that are coming through and job shadowing. If you're interested in becoming a John Deere technician, you need to get started when you're probably a junior in high school with the process. You will need a dealership to sponsor you. So you need to go find your local John Deere dealer, talk to them about the program, ask them if they're willing to sponsor, and then apply to the college. Once you are accepted and you are sponsored, it is a 2-year program. You spend 1 summer back at the dealership, and then once you graduate, many dealers do tuition reimbursement, figure on making around that first year in that $40,000 to $45,000 range. And then we have technicians that are making over $100,000 a year. John Deere Ag Techs is a male-dominated field, but I would encourage women to definitely look into the program. I know of dealers around us that have female Ag Techs that are doing tremendous and very successful. I love my job at Hiawatha Implement because we have a great group of people here. It's a family atmosphere, and our customers are great too, so that makes it all worthwhile. So moving forward for Hiawatha Implement, and with artificial intelligence, the autonomous vehicles which are coming, I really believe there are multiple positions that we don't even know yet what they're going to be that are coming and coming fast. Most of those positions are probably going to require people with a good computer background. I'd say that's where a lot of it's going to be, technical, IT.
My name is Colton Strow and I'm a field service tech here at Hiawatha Implement. I like working on anything with my hands. When I was a kid, I liked to take apart my toys and put them back together and build all kinds of stuff. That's why I like working here and do what I do. I heard about the program through my father, who has worked here for several years, and after graduating high school, I started here part-time, and then I joined the John Deere Tech program in Milford, Nebraska through Southeast Community College. And I've worked here ever since. They did give full tuition reimbursement after 2 years of working for them, left debt-free. So you more or less train working with your hands and you learn something new every day. It's all on the job. We use a lot of technology, from computers connecting to the machines, push software to diagnose the machines, to locate the machines. Usually either get here, work in the shop, or I get to work out in the field most of the days. And I work on anything from construction equipment to ag combines to tractors. I like working at Hiawatha Implement because it's kind of like a great big family, and you make a good living and lots of ability to gain incentives. I started off making great money, and there's great benefits to the company. I just enjoy it.
I'm Greg Bierman. I have been working here at Hiawatha Implement for 15 years, and I am the parts manager. After high school, I actually did go to Milford Southeast Community College, and they had a program for John Deere Ag Parts. And so I went through that 18-month program, training to do just this. Graduated college, I came right back and started my job here. Do a lot of ordering, managing the parts, help a whole bunch of customers, take care of some warranties, a lot of different things. But the basic job is managing the parts inventory. Some of the skills you need for a parts job here at Hiawatha Implement would be communication, math, and anything technology. Technology really puts us in touch with the customers. Anything that they need to do, they can get a hold of us right away. So it's brought us really close to the customer. Artificial intelligence does affect my job. One of my main jobs, again, is to do the stock order. The computer does the biggest part for me, but my job is to go through and fine-tune or edit that order. So it does greatly help in my day-to-day activities. You don't need a 4-year degree. Hands-on is a good way to learn in this job as well. The position is in high demand, so I would say anywhere you go, a position would be available. I would like to see more women involved. We just recently hired our first in the parts department here, and she is doing exceptionally well. We enjoy having her, and more help would be great. The future of Hiawatha Implement, I think, is very bright. We're a locally owned company with just 2 locations, where we have really strived to keep customer satisfaction high. So I'd say we're going great places in the future.
Thank you for joining us today on this virtual tour of Hiawatha Implement. As you can see, we have jobs for everyone, no matter what the experience or educational background is.